Hey everybody, and welcome to the Final Fantasy Tactics Colosseum AI Tournament League for January. It's day 7 and we are getting down to the end. 12 teams remain, 8 will be left after this stream. I'm Sardek, and with me in the booth tonight is Baron.
Hey everybody, what's up?
Alright, not much to say. It's been a couple of days, so let's get this train back on the tracks and moving along. Up first, we have the undefeated Fig 1 versus Simmon 2, the Fig formula versus Wings of Mythos. Simmon says that he doesn't think his B team can beat the team that knocked out his A team, but I don't know. I think either of them has a chance to win this. For the Fig formula, we have Stimmy the Sage with Item, Catch, Short Charge, and Move +1. Shoot the Archer with Steel, Arrow Guard, Concentrate, and Sniper. Support the Time Mage with White Magic, Absorb Used MP, half of MP, and Magic Defend Up. And Stab the Thief with Basic Skill, Dragon Spirit, 2 Swords, and Move +3. On the other side for the Wings, of course, Rock the Ajorably with CT Save, Anzu the Ajorably with CT Save, Simurg the Chocobo with HP Restore and Fly, and Caladrius the Chocobo with the same. A full monster team making it to the top 4.
Yeah, I think it's also impressive that Fig's team has 2 undead units. So I would imagine they get back up fairly quickly.
They've really been working out for him.
So we got Fig here in the black, and, well, you know what? Well, Simmon with the all-monster team, I think, is in the white.
I think that's white. Can barely see the Ajorably over the fort. Opening haste 2 lands. And those are, both the undeads are his mages.
That's quite interesting there.
Thief moving up is actually pretty unfortunate for Fig.
Yeah, the 8 move just makes him move way too far ahead of his team, and he just took a whopping 324 damage.
Thankfully, he does get the Dragon Spirit, though. So he'll get back up after the birds have moved. And he'll probably take out that Ajorably when he stands back up. Him having re-raise means he can kind of get away with it.
Yeah, and he can actually run back to his team as well. Actually, no way. He has to attack, so...
Haste and Wall being on the same unit, not great for Fig here. Thief goes with Defy Pain and runs back, but he should be out of range. Yeah, Ajorably going for the Sage instead.
Yeah, Thief running away is probably the best thing for Fig at the minute.
Choco Meteor just barely enough to finish off the Sage.
And that one just finishes off the Archer, so we're at a 2-on-4 advantage Simmon.
Thief does pick up the Pro Shell, though. But yeah, the way they split Fig up was just too much.
Yeah, I was saying, that crit also really actually mattered quite a bit as well. Here's right to that protect. And Choco Cure quickly finishes off the Time Mage, giving Simmon the lead.
Although I suspect the small map will probably be a lot more to the Fig formula's preference.
Yeah, his team being split up is what put him at a major disadvantage, so you could be right about that.
Well, not only that, but I think... Oh, actually, this is a really bad map roll for Fig.
The choke, yes, those 2 choke points. Haste 2 coming out from the Time Mage. Gets all 3.
But the problem is they can... Oh, Frog. That's interesting.
Yeah, but is it going to go off on time? That's the bigger question.
With the tailwind there.
He's gonna run forward, go for Nightshade.
Missing that second hit on the Chocobo prevents the Choco Cure. That's rough.
Yeah. That allowed him to get the follow-up Choco Media for the kill.
Well,
And gets killed by his...
but...
Yeah, let's say that he got the Choco Cure. CT save here again. Yeah, it looks like Fig is probably gonna lose this one very quickly as well, unless something crazy happens.
Yeah, him having wall on turn 2 instead of turn 1 really made a difference.
Absolutely. Unless they can somehow... Nah. Yeah, that concentrated damage is what's given Simmon basically every free hit that he wants.
Time Strike does take out that Jarvis. Because he'll just die to the poison.
Yeah, but even then, those 3 bursts got so much range over Fig. It'll be up to that Archer to see if he can hold out for a bit, but he's got a tall task in front of him.
Yeah, it's highly unlikely. The choke points do make it a little slower for the Chocobos to get to him, but he does get another turn.
Yeah, it's interesting. He's preoccupied using Tailwind instead of attacking. Wherever he's charging, I don't think it's going to land. Oh, wait, never mind. Oh, it was targeting a different square that allowed him to overshoot and actually hit his target. Interesting.
It looks like he is exploiting an AI thing where they have trouble with... monsters have trouble with water. But, unfortunately, wasn't enough. Just horrible map luck. Simmon 2 takes the match, and the Fig formula drops down to the loser's bracket. Up next, we have Kjata 1 versus Coppola 2. Spank his bare butt back and balls versus All In. Kjata's team names, as usual, wild. For Spank, we have Tables, the Time Mage with Steel, Hamido, Deadshot, and Equip Gun. Driving Crooner, the Spellblade with basic skill, Dragon Spirit, Concentrate, and Move +2. Bart Harley Jarvis, the Thief with Throw, CT Save, 2 Swords, and Move +3. And 155 Taters, the Priest with Item, Throw Item, Arrow Guard, and Equip Armor. On the other side, for All In, we have Negranu, the Chemist with Ritual Magic, CT Save, Equip Shield, and Move +3. Kenny the Summoner with Item, Counter Magic, Equip Gun, and Magic Attack Up. Ivy the Thief with Throw, Arrow Guard, Attack Up, and Move +2. And Sidel the Archer with Basic Skill, Auto Potion, Concentrate, and Sniper. Going to large, 15. Oops.
Super high move thieves, I've noticed, are quite popular in this tournament. At least 3 other teams have a thief of high move.
God damn it.
Uh-oh.
I accidentally overwrote the memory card save file, so I had to reset to get it back.
Oh, well, at least it was quick.
Yeah,
yeah. I was just gonna say,
load from the map stage has some bugs and causes crashes sometimes.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was gonna say, what I said earlier was, yeah, I've noticed at least a couple or so teams have like thieves with super high move. They seem to be quite a popular choice.
Well, they carry throw pretty well. Or
That's
also,
true.
just get into distance and 2 swords.
Yeah, that too. So we got the both teams being split. Well, here comes a super long throw right now. Shuriken for over half his health.
Although,
Archer's
immediately gotten back for, again, half his health. Priest with a late pro shell.
Yeah, but is that going to be enough to... Oh, that thief's going after the priest, it looks like. Kevin's going to run forward. Use a mega potion to help his archer buddy. He should be back on the hunt very soon.
Yeah, I think he'll survive the next hit with that. It's an instant Grandma for 336. Huge hit.
Yeah, it's going to have the Spellblade run off and do nothing here.
Yeah, that retreat is very, very good for Kjata. He does lose his summoner. Or no, excuse me, it was very good for Coppola. Coppola's in blue, Kjata's in purple.
Oh, the Arrow Guard just saved the priest's life that time. He had a 70% chance and just it did not connect. Kevin starts to spend the turn reviving, but that's okay, that's what he does. The summoner is about to get his turn too.
And the summoner has an ambrosia for himself, so he doesn't have to wait for it from the chemist.
Spellblade is picked off. Priest goes for a pro shell on herself as well.
Cop's full team is up. Kjata's down by 1. But not anymore. It's a 3-on-3.
I mean, she can't really do much. I think she might be out of MP.
Uh-oh, Kjata lost his priest, and the Time Mage is out of MP. This is not a great spot.
No, indeed not.
Although Shuriken does bring it down to a 2-on-2, and that thief is cleaning up. A sandbag loop with the summoner would be really advantageous for Kjata.
Wow, 320. Oh, that's a Time Mage dead shot. Yeah, that's no surprise. But yeah, 330, 325, and then a fall of 336.
One-shot thanks to the Vuln Fire on the Imbue Chemist. Shuriken does take out the Time Mage, but in Thief on Thief, I think Kjata's probably has the advantage.
Oh, Sundown puts that blue thief in the critical. And
he runs in as a Shuriken, but that's not going to be enough, and the CT save puts Kjata's far enough ahead that he doesn't even need a poison for the last one. Kjata takes game 1.
I also noticed that no music's been playing. I guess we're going for the. I guess we're going for something different. I guess. Yeah, super small map means chaos is about to ensue very quickly.
The full team imbue for Cop is really good, but historically, you know what it's meant to be in a small map with Kjata.
Oh yeah.
Dodging that throw, enormous.
Ooh, but Priest does not survive the Ramu, and the Time Mage also does not survive the arrow, so that's immediately 4-on-2. Ooh, but a crit must fungus, and then the Spellblade finally gets to do something. Lightning Stab for disappointing damage, honestly, but then again, Pro Shell. Oh, okay. Okay, I was just responding to Soul there for a second ago. Yeah, look at the blue team. Should be able to take this one right about now.
Would take a miracle for Kjata to come back.
Which I don't see happening anytime soon. I mean, it's 2-on-1, but that doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that 100% bow wasn't enough. The concentrate meant it was simply Coppola's match. Going to medium 46 for the decider. If this is a map where Imbue plus the initial run-up can get some kills, then Cop's in a good spot. But I think this is more like the first map than the second. The Imbue being split on top of the long distance and thinness of the map mean that probably more like the first than the second.
Except it doesn't take as much range this time around. We get a haste 2 coming out of Time Age.
3-way haste.
Lost Fungus. Dealing good damage. That should soften the thief up enough for a follow-up kill somewhere. Ooh, Temporal Strike. Getting rid of haste, it looks like.
Yep.
Okay. Stasis Sword. Oh, that's cute. Counter Magic.
Oh right, it was drawouts. I turned that off of. Probably should turn that off counter magic too. It is funny, so probably fine.
Yeah.
Missing the shot, super important.
That allows the Time Mage to kill off that summoner before. Well, Priest goes down anyways, but it did force the thief to make up for that blunder earlier.
That is a huge Nightshade taking out that archer, because the other thief is super low, and Chemist is just not built for anything but support.
Although that summoner does get the chance to heal himself. And more Shuriken.
But CT saved. Missing the Shuriken is huge there for Cop. Summoner goes back down, so it's once again a 2-on-2. Shuriken once again, CT saved. Dodged again, so lucky.
2 for 2.
Without those dodges, I think this map is Kjata's, but that thief just came in clutch when it mattered.
It didn't have any evasion boosting gear either. It was just all frontal guard, just based off his class.
It is the medium Kjata, yes.
So it looks like Cop is going to be able to make a from behind comeback here. Beats next to Crystal, and it's pretty much all he wrote.
There's an outside shot that the Time Mage manages it if she gets a crystal. That's a 95% Shuriken though. Yep. All in takes the match 2-1. That thief with a pair of dodges coming in clutch when it counts.
Just a curious question. Does throw trigger Himido, or is it just regular attacks? Like,
It does trigger Himido, yes.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, if it did, then that could have been huge.
Alright, so Coppola 1 versus Zotis 2, Greek Mythology versus Deathcore. For Greek mythology, we have Hermes the Chemist with Ritual Magic, Damage Split, Equip Shield, and Move +1. Athena the Summoner with Item Arrow Guard, Magic Attack Up, and Magic Defend Up. Apollo the Monk with Holy Sword, Dragon Spirit, Equip Armor, and Equip Axe. And Cronus the Spellblade with Basic Skill, CT Save, Attack Up, and Move +2. On the other side, for Deathcore, we have Graph the Spellblade with Basic Skill, Counter, Attack Up, and Teleport. Fiore the Monk with Item, Throw Item, Dragon Spirit, and Equip Armor. Muliadul the Knight, aka Meluda, with White Magic, Auto Potion, Short Charge, and Magic Defend Up. And Boko the Chocobo with Regenerator and Ignore Height. Going to large, 85.
Yeah, despite Zotis' limitations with this team, it is nice to see a dedicated team, a tribute team, if you will, doing as well as it is right now.
Yeah, it is always interesting seeing the more thematic, like vibes teams making deep runs. Although Coppola is something like a final boss, so might be a bit much for the Death Corps.
Final boss or super boss?
Super boss this month's Kjata.
I suppose that's true.
One single sturdy. So she gets the haste without the overload.
So do we get the Pro Shell here with haste as well? Oh, but misses the Chocobo. I'm not sure how it's going to affect the duration of this match. A latent stab out of Coppola's Spellblade. Zotis' Spellblade gets healed up.
Rest of his team staying back though, so he's about to get swarmed.
Well, let's see how much damage Wiggrat's gonna do. Crush Punch. No dead proc, but does still get CT save. Does allow him to get a turn, and
it's a pretty good lightning stab, even if the sister guards it.
Chocobo's now directs his attention towards the chemist that gets desplitted. I think she's at MP for Raise. She's like a high ether, but she's already spending a turn healing the Chocobo. Chakra from the monk again.
Salamander coming out.
For a big amount.
288 on the bird. Just a basic attack for 156 in the back, enough to finish him off. Mega Potion keeping him going. It's looking real good for Cop. Monk continues keeping everyone topped off with Chakra.
Instant Ramu goes off, and I believe yet. Oh no, does not quite finish off the monk. He is pretty beefy.
And guards the lightning stab on top of it.
Although, I'm not sure how much this difference is really going to make, knowing that there's just too much offensive pressure right now, and Zotis is in the middle of healing up.
Yeah, with the chemist able to give support to the Spellblade, her only doing 147 and there being a damage split in play, I'm not sure she has enough to overcome the healing. And she can't guard every Spellblade attack, so
plus the two main attackers are down, and now the monk goes down, so he's he's in a super rough spot.
The monk will stand back up, though. I don't think they can take out Melia Duel / Meluda before the monk's turn comes. Yeah, sure enough. She does get a Mega Potion, but... Wave Fist puts her in near Fatal.
Yeah, no Dragon Spirit this time.
Looks like a Salamander plus a Lightning Stab. But once again, she guards.
With Protect, she can probably take like another attack, but it would just be a matter of time before the team crumbles.
Lightning Stab. Guarded once more. She is super evasive. 228 plus an auto potion.
Oh, she has Magic Defend up even, and it's still hitting her really hard.
So it's the 35% shield evade and the 10% C evade. So mostly 35% shield.
Yeah, there's a decent amount of physical evade just for a dedicated support unit.
Oh, it's definitely been paying dividends against those sword skills.
Imagine if she had like Abandon.
God.
And decently tanky too against physical attacks.
She has a heal for herself, but
Yeah, I wonder if a larger map would help Zotis out a lot more, knowing his team prefers to split up and make it 1v1.
this is about as large a map as you get, so
That's true, yeah.
it's a big and beat there.
Or am I thinking a different large map that might have helped him out?
Spellblade's running out of MP, can't use sword magic anymore. Although presumably he'll pick up that crystal on his next turn.
Yeah, they're taking quite a long time taking down that paladin.
Whoop, Chemist takes it instead.
So I think it should be fine.
He does pick up 18 MP from the chakra. Stab. This one lands and takes her out. Guess you can't dodge forever. Game 1 goes to Greek mythology.
Or would you? Oh, I think this might be a worse map for Zotis, I feel. Oh yeah, I think this is gonna end up pretty badly for him.
Yeah, everybody choking up in the middle and eating those large lightning stabs. Not ideal.
Or salamanders, for that matter.
Yup.
Oh, she dodged the first one. That's something. Oh, but blocks a wave fist in return.
Everybody kind of retreating back to the side to avoid that salamander, or Leviathan, rather.
Omi catches Zotis' Spellblade, and he's already hanging back with Yell already.
I think I'm going to give the start haste gear -1 or 2 speed and like calculate out when the imbue comes out, or maybe even just give imbue a cast timer of 1 or 2 CT, just to make it so that your team isn't like hasty and moving before the enemy team is entirely.
Yeah, it seems.
Ouch.
Yeah, ouch indeed. Yeah, looking at this, yeah, I think you made a good point. It might be a little bit too centralizing right now. Knowing that the other team has to spend a turn to set up Pro Shell or Haste or whatever. And you have one dedicated imbue bot that can just do it in a second.
Alright, that's a good Choco cure. Kind of tops everyone up after those Salamander and Lightning stabs.
That should be interesting if the Paladin can actually hold down that entryway a bit. I mean, we saw how long it took them last round. Ooh. Was that enough HP or was that a dead proc?
Could have been either, honestly. He hits pretty hard, and, well, you know how it is.
Yeah. Yeah, as cool as Zotis' team is in terms of a tribute team, it is struggling really hard under that kind of offensive pressure, which his comp has always been known for. Regenerator, but the Choco already has regen. Down goes the bird, and once again is back down to this Paladin.
Well, no, but yeah.
I'm used to Arena so much. But yeah, I guess they're the same class, basically.
Well, mine have sword skills that yours don't, but yeah.
They still fill similar roles.
Be fat and have support.
Mm-hmm. I wonder how long it'll take him this time around. Oh, especially now with Pro Shell wearing off. Auto Potion is keeping her up though. Oh, that was an overload crush punch right there. So yeah, GG.
As it goes, Greek mythology takes the match 2-0 and Deathcore is eliminated. But a good run from a first-time player. Up next, we have Simmon 1 versus Kjata 2. Drew Hayes versus Pilates of the Caribbean. For Drew Hayes, we have Superpowered, the Paladin. With Item, Pray, Concentrate, and Magic Defend Up. NPCs the Jarvis with Critical Quick. Villain's Code the Chocobo with HP Restore and Fly. And Fred the Thief with Basic Skill, Dragon Spirit, 2 Swords, and Move +2. On the other side for Pilates, we have Walk the Planking, the Chemist with Battle Skill, Equip Armor, and Move +2. Pieces of 8-Pack, the Lancer with Holy Sword, Regenerator, Attack Up, and Sicken. Yo-Ho-Hoga, the Chocobo with Regenerator and Ignore Height. And Great Booty, the Sage with Yin Yang Magic, Counter Magic, Short Charge, and Move +1. Going to large, 71 to start.
Golbadar Swamp. I used to not be able to pronounce that map name for the longest time because I would have to say it really slowly at first. Because sometimes if I say it too fast, I feel like I just pronounced it wrong. All right, we got a first tailwind here.
Moving to the center with an Inspire. Catches 3. The shines begin.
Ooh, Shine with Sicken. That's actually an interesting combination.
Bird gets critical quick, survives to see it at least, but gets back and tailwinds.
It just barely survives the poison too, with just 4 HP to spare.
There's no Choco Cure coming to save it though. Down he goes.
That's like the fastest Flare 2 I've ever seen. Right, that Chocobo did not want to finish off the Sage there, opt for Choco Guard instead. Maybe the hopes is that the Paladin can just tank hits for a while. Well, he blocked that hit, so that's something.
It is 4 on 2. Pilates pulling ahead steadily. But is that shine enough to stop the flare too? No, it is just short. Or it's confused too, actually.
Oh, the Sturdy prevented the Confused 2 from landing, so that was a really smart Choco Asuna there.
Yep. 130 Lance Whack. Followed by 144 Choco down. It is just the Paladin, and his haste falls off too. I feel comfortable saying that Pilates of the Caribbean is in the driver's seat here.
Mm. Yeah, especially since the canvas is right there with all the Ambrosias.
Although the Paladin
is relatively bulky.
He has a Prey. Another 100. Brings back the bird.
Is the bird going to be able to get a turn?
Is that a 2% Petrify?
Yes, and I have seen a 2% spell go off.
I mean, we've all seen a 99% miss.
Alright, misses. He goes for Tailwind here. Flies the other side.
Another 100 for the Paladin.
The bird's supposed to get a turn and do a crap ton of damage to the Lancer. Question is, though, is Shine going to be able to follow up? Or no, he goes for the Chocobo instead. Those shines, the Prey is helping making Shine a lot more of a valuable hurt and heal tool.
Although on his own, it's probably not going to be enough.
If he gets nuked by Flare 2, yeah, that'll be GG. Oh, still lives.
Can he get to a crystal? No. He can shine himself back up a little.
Yeah, but I don't think he's going to be able to outspeed the rest of the team here. nor can he outrange them. Like, they're gonna have to bunch themselves up somehow.
Huge
And it's
MP
kinda-
recovery for the Sage there.
See. Oh, wait. Is he gonna redirect the flare too? Yes, he is.
That could be disastrous.
So hold up. Hold up. Chocobo is going to go for the cure. Choco cure, so I ate the last crystal. So I think everything should be fine, question mark. Oh, that Lancer just barely lived. But then again, yeah, the canvas is going to be right there to finish him off. Unless she heals. No, she finishes him off.
Axe to the back. Chemist chooses violence. Game 1 goes to the Pilates.
And violence was the right answer there. Oh, God. This small map means Flare 2 for everybody.
If it wasn't, it would just be nothing but mud fights, so...
Alright, Thief's gonna move forward, go for double whack, push the stage into critical, allowing the Chocobo to follow up with a Choco Meteor and take her down. Lancer goes for... gets a crit in at least, but Thief gets Dragon Spirit as a result. Wow, that Choco heal for 275. Oh wow, that's good compat, no wonder why. Bird also gets Tailwind off and might get a turn relatively soon. If he does, then it's gonna hurt someone with the Zephyr. Thief gets back up, goes for Defy Pain, and smartly runs away.
Zephyr for the Chocobo takes it out. But it comes right back with a Phoenix down. He probably has a Choco Cure in the tank ready for this. 200 plus poison, and yup, there is the forecasted Choco Cure.
Sage is going to move forward, is looking for a Flare 2 already.
Manages to cast it uninterrupted.
It's either... I only got a glance at it, but it's either that Sage has short charge or the speed of the lineup perfectly.
Has short charge, I believe.
Alright, that doesn't sound surprising then. It was thanks to that, she was able to line up those Flare 2s perfectly.
Drew Hayes really showing off its team working together here. Pilates well on the back foot this time. Super unusual for a Kjata team at the small map. Axe takes out the Thief. Could this be the beginning of a comeback?
The Choco Meteor, and that triggers HP Restore, so I think the answer would be no.
Yeah, without an HP Restore there, that's a very, very different game. But with this Tailwind reapplication, I think that is the nail in the coffin. I'm pretty sure Drew Hayes takes this one.
Yeah, as bulky as that Lancer is, he can't take both a Choco Meteor and his Zephyr at the same time. Kevin has nearly 500 HP. That is actually pretty fascinating. I think she still gets to a KO'd by Choco Zephyr combo. Another shine brings it down to critical, so all right. So we are at a tiebreaker.
Game 3 on map 27. Kjata winning both large maps and losing both small maps. Will we see another repeat with him losing the medium? Or will he reverse his fortune and survive this one?
Well, with the house in the way, it's going to be interesting to see how both teams can utilize the choke point. Or try to at least utilize a height advantage.
Full team tailwind. Drew Hayes kind of fanning out. Sanctuary gives Pro Shell to the Thief and no one else.
Oh, but
moving
speed
up
ruin.
with the speed ruin does land the slow. To jump.
And
Choco Meteor. Ouch, 300 on the bird.
yeah, it brings it down to like a quarter of his health left. Except for, doesn't quite one-shot the Sage, but she isn't critical. Pro Shell for 3 of them. Purify to get rid of the slow.
It's another
Sage
flare
look-
too.
Yeah,
Will she
that-
survive to see it? It's looking good. Yup.
Down goes the bird. Well, one of the birds.
And
She
with an
gets
Ambrosia follow-up, she is back in this fight.
Lancer goes for a shine of his own. Oh, but HP restore. Never mind. Does get the poison, though.
Choco Cure following up on the Ambrosia, and the Sage is well and truly back in the fight. Choco Meteor does hit the Lancer pretty hard, but he is sturdy enough to weather it.
I think he might.
Paladin
think he might
having
have
the
the-
Purify there.
Yeah, I think the Lancer has a max HP to survive another Choco Meteor.
Thief is in the back line.
Yeah, that Lancer having just enough HP to survive 2 Choco Meteors.
117 on the Thief from the Sage, who's going to retreat to the corner. Once again, an Ambrosia. I think the Chocobo probably goes for the kill on the Thief instead of the save on the Sage. No, goes for the save on the Lancer, actually. And that's enough to survive another Choco Meteor. Thief this time has to go for the Chemist. And she handles that just fine. And Choco Meteor once more, but the Lancer stays up through it.
Yeah, the fact the Lancer have just enough HP to survive 2 Choco Meteors is really big. It seems to be one of the most important defensive thresholds to meet.
He survives the shine too, just refusing to go down.
And he gets filled up for his troubles.
Confused too. Does it land on the Thief? Sure does.
That could change
just
things.
in time.
Yeah, I think it puts the a nice little peck to break the confusion, but I
But
think
that
it's too
taking
little
the
too.
turn from the Chocobo is huge.
No HP restore this time.
And that's going to spell the end for that Chocobo.
Just about. Although 3-panel shine. Oh no, it was 2-panel, right?
Yeah, the height didn't get the chemists. Yeah, Chocobo is down.
It's already now 4-on-1. It was just like in the last. It's just like in round 1 when it was down to that paladin. No, wait, never mind. The thief had re-raise.
And Defy Pain, but it's still a 4-on-2, and that Chocobo being gone is going to significantly impact Simmon's ability to put out damage. Those praise are helping the Paladin, but they're also helping the Sage.
Yeah, that's quite a double-edged sword right there.
Once again, the Chemist survives the Thief. Just the durability on Kjata's team really paying off. Hey, West Essential Gaming and friends. Big crit on the Paladin. He goes down if he doesn't find a self-heal with his Shine, which he probably will, to be fair. Yeah, there it is.
And that is a decent heal, but that Lancer tanked it really well.
The Thief having re-raise still is actually going to be kind of a problem for Pilates of the Caribbean, I think.
Yeah, because he gets back up, goes for the Divine Pain. There we go.
Yeah, they really need to knock out the Paladin fast so that they can all gang up on the Thief. And then his re-raise and Dragon Spirit won't matter. And sure enough, they manage it.
You spoke into existence.
It's looking like Pilates of the Caribbean are going to take this match. Kjata keeping both of his teams in for the top 8. Simmon will be down to one team, but the team he does have is in the winners' finals. So, not a bad bargain, I imagine.
No, indeed not.
Choco Guard Pro Shell really gonna...
Yeah, Choco Guard Pro Shell is really good.
Unfortunately, that Confuse is going to be a bit of a problem. But going for Frog now.
Oh, I would have laughed so hard if it landed. Dude, 2% be damned.
Chocobo picks up the crystal. And now it's just really a matter of time. Yeah, bonks the Thief. He is one shot away. And he just can't convert the kills himself. Axe puts him in near fatal, and the Chocobo is going to finish it off with a Choco Meteor. Pilates of the Caribbean has done it. Takes the match 2-1.
Nicely done.
Up next, we have Love Card Magic 1 versus Ajorably 2. In Your Dreams versus Haunts of Lionel. For In Your Dreams, we have Hired Hand the Monk with Draw Out, Counter Throw, Equip Armor, and Equip Axe. Trist Tree the Woodman with Damage Split and Magic Defend Up. Guard Dog the Behemoth with MP Switch, and Farm Girl the Priest with Planar Magic, Auto Potion, Short Charge, and Move +1. Of course, that X bag, those huge Gravy 2s that Love Card Magic is known for. On the other side, for Haunts of Lionel, we have Dead Meg the Thief with Basic Skill, CT Save, Double Tonberry Knife, and Move +2. Sickly Nicky the Squire with Throw, Concentrate, Sicken, and Dragon Spirit. Master Blaster the Wizard with Curse, Auto Potion, half of MP, and Teleport. And Finisher Minish the Mediator with item, throw item, dead shot, and catch. Going to large, 85 to start us off.
What about the tree? If the Treehemoth core can continue the momentum it's on.
Yeah, that Treehemoth duo has been an absolute menace.
MP switch, basically an infinite MP switch is what I got out of it.
And they're both sturdy enough to weather the aggressive plans of other teams.
Oh, definitely. We're going to see if LCM can do more of the same here.
Initial Pro Shell on the back line. But Love Colored Magic's opening Masamune for haste on 3, definitely a better start. Priest immediately taking advantage of the lack of Pro Shell on the front line. There's that Gravy 2. Near Fatal on the Squire. But she goes down to a dead proc from the Tonberry Knife immediately.
And that's like what, a 1 in 5 chance of that happening?
No, with the... It's 40% with each, so 36%. So it's a 64% chance of a kill any attack.
Oh, God. But Priest gets back up anyway, so... Ooh, crit Earth Slash takes down the Squire.
And just before his turn, too. Flamelance hits the MP switch on the Treehemoth, and Priest goes right back down. But the Thief vacates the area, so she may have trouble getting back into position for the next hit.
Not to mention that the Monk did land Secret Fist a while ago, so she is going to be going down relatively soon.
Tree fails the Spirit of Life.
Not sure if it's just bad RNG or I'm fairly certain there's good compat between the tree and the priest.
Yeah, definitely. It's just bad luck. Excellent Asura from the monk. And yup, the thief at 1 wasn't able to get in range, and she will be dropping. And this Giga Flare is going to be huge. Wizard really needs his charging guts, but does not get it. Mediator does have the gunshot to finish off the priest, but he's alone against a team of 3. Not where you want to be.
Now, especially since the Giga Flare is going to be right around the corner.
Yeah, Phoenix Down is not the answer with a Giga Flare coming. Sure enough, down he goes. Well, now they're just playing with their food. He could have hit both of them.
He could have, but no, I think he wants to enjoy himself.
Leaves it to the monk. Game 1 goes to Love Colored Magic. This choke point map might be difficult on that Tonberry Knife Thief. Because if there's a corpse in the way, the Behemoth and the Priest will just be able to volley over it while the Thief can't get into position.
But at the same time, the Squire's got the huge height advantage and huge move to throw. So he can just pick off whoever he wants.
Yeah, that's definitely going to help. The Priest going down right before they even get a turn.
But isn't she in the awkward spot for the tree to revive her?
I think the tree revive is enough height, or has enough vertical tolerance for her to get up. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Although she's still super low, and that Squire is going to make short work of her.
Flame Lance from the Wizard does a decent amount of damage, but D-Splits D-Split has an answer for that. Asura.
Down goes the mediator. It's a 3-on-3.
Yeah, he was
now
chunked.
It's a 3-on-3.
Yeah, he got chunked away by the Giga Flare earlier, so that 99 damage Asura was just enough.
Another big Giga Flare coming. Wizard is also down.
Was he a good compat between the Behemoth and the Wizard, or the Behemoth just has ridiculously high magic, or the Wizard is just stupid squishy?
Oh, the Wizard's particularly squishy, but also didn't have Pro Shell. And you've seen this month what not having Pro Shell does.
Yeah.
There's a Giga Flare on the Monk.
No, the Thief.
The Thief, I meant. The Tonberry Thief. But she's going to be able to rush down and gets the Behemoth, too. This Monk has his work cut out for him. He does have enough to kill the Squire with his next hit and the range to do it. Oh, just gets it with a counter throw. And the Thief barely has the range and misses both procs. Asura takes down the Thief and just barely Love-Colored Magic pulls out the small map to take the match 2-0.
Man, if that dead proc landed, we would have had ourselves an immediate tiebreaker.
Yep. And up last on the night, we have Love-Colored Magic's other team, I Am Magneto, Master of Magnet, versus Test Case 1.
Are you just preparing yourself for the thrashing?
Yeah, that's pretty much a certainty at this point. We have the Foe Mana Tree with Damage Split and Magic Defend up. Speed up the Monk with Time Magic Counter Throw, Equip Armor, and Equip Axe. Budget Beatrix the Spellblade with Basic Skill, Sunken State, Attack Up, and Move +2. And Dancing Queen the Ninja with Dance, Counter, Weapon Guard, and Guts. On the other side, for me, making their final appearance in this tournament, we have Haven the Priest with Elemental, Dragon Spirit, half of MP, and Guts. Ent the Woodman with Damage Split and Magic Defend up. Will the Samurai with Basic Skill, Meatbone Slash, Attack Up, and Move +2. And Robin the Archer with that unfortunate item. Really wish he didn't have that. Arrow Guard, Concentrate, and Magic Defend up. Going to large, 47 to start.
I do like the name, Discount Beatrix.
Yeah, it's Love-Colored Magic has a way with words.
Also, I miss Final Fantasy IX. Just saying.
Alright, so this is one we don't see all that often. There's that gap between them.
And the middle is actually pretty spacious, too. More spacious than you would think.
Right, there's a Masamune for 3.
And Dancing Queen's about to bust her moves.
Haste only on the tree. But it does have Protect Spirit at least, catching 3. Cheer up from the Spellblade. Budget Beatrix moving on down without the roofs. Robin takes the shot, does not get the proc, gives her Sunken State. Don't Move and Discord comes out from the Nameless.
Ninja, yeah.
Full haste has been granted, and there's an Asuna. Cures both of them and gives Sturdy. Super helpful with that incoming Nameless stance. Magic Spirit tops off Budget Beatrix. And there's a Blessing of Nature. Pro Shell re-raise on the Samurai, but only one target. Slash gets the crit.
See if that Archer can deal. Nope. Just
once again fails the proc.
And Ace Sword for his troubles. 550 damage.
Ouch. Lack of pro show really, really hurts. There's a Cheerian Revenge. 204.
And pretty decent amount of damage, and
there's a Sturdy for his trouble as well.
Indeed.
Gets Leaf Dance, but he stays standing through it. Spirit of Life does bring the Archer back just before his turn.
Oh,
Misses his third proc in a row. Terrible luck.
And the chances on his own is like, what, I think 20%, I think?
It's 50% on each one.
Oh, 50%. Oh, that's even worse.
Samurai lands a kill, but goes down in the process. Does have the re-raise to get back up. Another Asuna out of the Priest, keeping the Nameless Dances at bay. Another Blessing of Nature, Pro Shell for the Priest.
Samurai with re-raise might be able to do something, maybe?
Spirit
Maybe go like another cheer, perhaps?
Beatrix, and hastes wear off. But I think everyone is sturdy, so this should do nothing. Yup. Dangerous Monk in the back line, though.
Ooh, that's a nice damage split, though. Samurai's back up. Is he going to go for the no defy pain? I would have thought maybe he'd try to go for like a Cherry, like a kill 2 to take himself out type of deal.
He doesn't have his re-raise anymore, so he probably won't try that.
Okay. So I would have thought it would have been a very interesting move if he did. I said this before. I complained about this before. It's a tangent. My issue with Asuna with Sturdy is that it just prevents revival. But I guess you just do this for the blocking Nameless Dance.
Asuna doesn't block revival.
Oh no! I meant to say it stops him from revival. So I misspoke.
Oh, she's not using it, you mean?
Yeah. That again, it's just my personal complaint.
No, you're right. Like, it's definitely hurting the team. It's one of the things that you can't really help because of how negative Nameless Dance is. Like, it's something that when the full AI priority changes go in will be handled. But until then, it's just kind of something you have to deal with.
Right.
That said, it is a 3-on-3 right now. Or no, a 3-on-2.
And
it's the Tree and the Dancer versus the Priest, Samurai, and Tree.
And the Tree's confused at the minute.
Yep. Don't move wears off. Tree Spirit of Life's into the darkness.
Into the void, yes.
Samurai with just a small 78 for the Tree. Tree lands her Spirit of Life.
Spellblade is back up.
Although I suspect not for long.
Oh. No. Never mind. Unless... Yeah, the confusion that don't move was vital at keeping the Spellblade up and doing her kind of raw damage.
Yeah, she takes out the Samurai like it's nothing. And with that Magic Spirit, that puts her pretty much in the driver's seat. Dancing Queen switches off to Polka Polka. Another quick Stasis Sword kill. And it is only a matter of time. Priest is going to eat the next one.
I think if it hadn't been for that nameless dance landing, that confusion and that don't move, you might have been able to pull something off, maybe.
Yeah, this large map just wasn't great for me. Damage split does break the confusion. He gets polka'd again, twice. Well, one misses, but... Stasis Sword doesn't. 440, and he's out of there. Game 1 goes to Magneto. Archer does not miss his proc that time. Down goes the ninja. Although the priest gets brutalized by that monk. Does the Spellblade have enough move to get a shot in on the samurai and the archer? She sure does.
He does.
What a disaster. Double kill.
Wow, this is over already. It's like, don't blink, you'll miss it.
Yeah, not getting the pro shells up from the tree was just absolutely devastating. You can't not have crow shell in the face of that Spellblade.
No, you cannot afford to be lacking pro shell against any other well-crafted, hard-hitting team.
And that should be enough to end it right there. As predicted, Love Card Magic takes the match 2-0. Test Case 1 is eliminated. And we'll let her get the victory screen. It won't take very long. Love Card Magic 2 wins. Both of her teams surviving. She will make it to the Final Four because she is facing herself tomorrow in the loser's bracket. Although actually not necessarily. She will have to win twice. But good odds. We'll be in at least the top 6. Anyways, we'll be back tomorrow with the winners finals and 4 more eliminations. Which teams will be the Final Four? We'll find out then. Have a good night, y'all.
Peace.